Hi.
Hey, welcome to Quarantine Time DIY Thursdays. We know how boring it can be at home, not having anything to do. So we have put our creative juices to work and come up with some DIY projects that you guys can do at home.
Yes.
And so these are going to be posted every Thursday. So make sure you check our Facebook and our YouTube. If you aren't on our YouTube, subscribe right now.
Literally, take time right now.
You
Subscribe to it.
can pause the video.
We'll wait.
And we want you guys to have stuff to do and just have some fun with it.
That's
so what are we doing today?
Today we are going to attempt to teach you guys how to make some rock candy. Most of you are familiar with it. You know, it's like the little sugar on a stick. Sugar on a stick.
Sugar on a stick.
Rock candy.
That looks like rocks.
We've never done this before, so we're all going to attempt to do this at the same time. So results pending. We'll see.
Here's the thing with these DIY projects. You watch them online.
Yes.
They look super easy.
Yes.
And we don't think they're going to be that easy.
And it's me and Robbie doing it, so
don't really hold your expectations high.
Don't get your hopes up too high.
But we want you guys to do this at home. So if you guys do it and it works out, post your results. We want to see that. We want to see what you guys are doing.
We want to see how much better of a job you do than us.
Because we're guaranteeing it's going to be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we need? First, you need water and sugar. So to do this, start off with 3 cups of water, which we have here. And then you're going to get 6 cups of sugar. You need food coloring. You need some sort of skewer to put the rock candy on.
Yep. Or if you don't have any skewers, if you're stuck at home, if you have like a thicker cotton kind of string or thread, that would work too.
Oh, good idea.
I know.
Put them on both sides. You can have rock candy nunchucks.
Yes, you could.
You need some glasses. Like glasses?
Like, we're using mason jars because I have mason jars for whatever reason. You can use some drinking glasses too. Basically anything that can hold warmer liquid. So not plastic maybe.
Warm liquid.
Yeah.
Clothespins.
Yep.
And a saucepan.
Yes, or a cooking pot. Like that. And that's it. There might be a couple other things along the way that maybe we forgot, but most of it should be around your house, so you shouldn't have any problem.
You can use your imaginations to figure it out.
That's true. All right, so step 1. We are going to combine our water into the pot and bring it to a boil. There you
Pot
go.
is on heated mini stove.
So we are using 3 cups of water and 6 cups of sugar. Should probably get a stirring spoon, huh?
Yeah, because we kind of have a mound. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Nothing, we're good.
So you will want to stir it occasionally or constantly, depending on how much free time you have, but we know you have a lot of free time, so feel free to stir as often as you want. All right, so once your water is good and boiling, you'll just slowly be adding sugar to it. Perfect. You'll let it keep boiling, let it mostly dissolve. It's gonna look cloudy when it's done. If you see a few grains of sugar, that's perfectly okay. But as long as it's mostly dissolved and cloudy, then you are good to go. So once it's all boiled and mostly dissolved, take it off the heat and you're gonna let it cool for about 15 minutes. Right, Robbie?
That's right.
All right, while your water's boiling, you will need to get your skewers wet. Nice and all wet. And if you have a paper towel or a plate that has some sugar on it, you're going to roll it around a little bit until you can get some sugar stuck on it. So you'll do this for all the jars you have or the skewers you have, however many you want to make. So it will look like that. All right. And so once your water is cooling or is at least off the heat, if you want to add any sort of food dye, this is the time to do it. So we are going to use blue. We'll probably use like 4 drops maybe. Because if you have it super dark, you won't be able to see the crystals form, and nobody likes that. So we'll start with 4. We'll give it a stir up, and then we'll let it keep cooling. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. So we are going to add the blue water sugar mixture into a measuring cup, and then we are going to put it in our mason jars. We also did a double batch. We did some that has purple, which we already poured in, as you can see. And now we're gonna do a blue batch. It's still a little hot, that's okay. Just let it cool down, more for safety measure than anything.
It's burning my hands. Ready?
Yep. All right, so after all your stuff has cooled down and it's not hot to the touch. All right, guys, so once you have had your solution cool and you've had it colored and you've poured into different mason jars, next is the part of putting the skewer with the now dried sugar on it into the different mason jars. All right, so what you're gonna do is you will take one of your skewers, and by now the sugar has dried, so it will look like that, and it's pretty awesome. And you want to clothespin it in place so that's not touching the bottom or the sides of the jar, but you want it to suspend in the middle, which, depending on the size of your jar or the lid or whatever, either the clothespin will just stay on by itself, or if you use bigger ones like us, you might want to get like a piece of paper, or we used a paper plate, and put it on top so that the clothespin has something to rest on. All right, and the reason you don't want it to touch the bottom or the sides is when the crystals start forming, it will stick, and then you're gonna have a pretty hard time getting it out. We're trying to make your life easy.
All right, so guys, technically, hey, day 2 of our DIY project. It didn't really happen as fast as we were hoping last night. So thought I'd come back to the church, break quarantine, and check to see how we're doing. And I'll give you the guys the footage. Yeah, so this is gonna take a while. All right, so that was semi-expected. We saw different reports saying that it could take 4 hours. It could take a couple weeks. And as it stands right now, I'm moving to my office. Guys, I think it's gonna take a while. So don't give up on it. We still wanna see what you guys are doing, how it's going. Hopefully your rock candy excursions going better quicker than ours did. We'll see. Okay guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna post pictures on our Insta account. We're gonna give you updates on how the rock candy is going. Lindsay will be in the office on Sunday, so she'll take a picture and post that onto our Insta account. So make sure you're watching that to see how we're doing. Guys, we really wanna see how yours are doing. And so make sure that you hit us up with what you've got going on. Appreciate you guys watching and hoping this is helping you get through the quarantine time.